We're back with reading Cicero. In the previous chapter, Cicero described a person who was perfect and who showed forth those first beginnings of age to be untouched and unviolated. No one spoke ill of him. But the implication is very few people are like that. Least of all, most people like Caelius, who's quite a relatable young person who you should forgive. At studuit Catilinae cum iam aliquot annos esset in foro, Caelius. Some beautiful word order there. Catiline and Caelius are super far away from each other, as if Cicero really wants to disassociate the two people. Ut introduces an objection that he will refute, but Caelius followed Catiline, but Caelius supported Catiline, and that's the subject and Catiline there, when he was now or already some years in the forum, when he had spent some years in the forum. Now he will refute the objection. Et multi hoc idem ex omnordine atquex omnitate fecerunt. And, or also, many people did this same thing from every rank and from every age group. Even more reason for us to be forgiving of Caelius, who's so young, or relatively young at this time. Habuit enim ille, sicuti meminisse vos arbitror, per multa maximarum non expressa signa, sed adumbrata virtutum. For he ille is the Catiline. He had, just as I think that you remember, meminisse is defective verb, so the perfect tense is translated as present, the pluperfect is translated as perfect. Just as I think that you remember, he had very many marks, not fully expressed, not fully stamped out, but in outline, marks of the greatest of virtues. For he had, just as I think that you remember, very many marks of the greatest virtues, not fully expressed, but there in outline. Adumbrata comes from umbra, which means shadow. Could be used for silhouettes, things that just you can't quite make out all the details, but you've got the outside edges. Utebatur hominibus improbis multis. He enjoyed the friendship of many wicked men, improbis. Et quidem optimis se viris deditus se simulabat. And indeed, he pretended that he was devoted to the best men. There's a paradox. Erant apud illum in lecebrae libidinum multae. Erant etiam industria quidam stimuli ac laboris. Another paradox is coming up. There were among him, I guess among him is a bit weird in English. Within him, there were enticements of lust, many of them. Many enticements, many allurements of lust, of wantonness. There was also, among him, certain encouragements of hardworkingness, that is, diligence and labor. Flagrabant vitia libidinis apud illum. There burned within him, there flamed within him the vices of lust. The vices of lust burned within him. Vigebant etiam studiare militaris. But there also, I'm adding the but also there flourished in him the pursuits of military matters. The military is quite a disciplined thing, so you can't have following your own desires and be following the military. It's a paradox. He was also good at military things, and he was full of lust. Nequego umquam puisse tale monstrin terris ullum puto. And well, and not, nor do I think there has ever been, fuisse has been, tale monstrum, such a monster, such a kind of monster, and then such any monster. I guess you can't really say that in English. Nor do I think that there's ever been any such monster in the lands, on earth. Tam ex contraris diversis quatque inter se pugnantibus naturae studiis cupiditatibus conflatum. Such a monster who is so blown together, literally blown together like metals being melded together, so melded together from contrary and different and warring among themselves pursuits and desires of nature. I better say that in better English. I don't think that there's ever been such a monster in the world, so blown together from contrary and distinct and nature's, I mean, sorry, desires and desires. Oh goodness, I need to say this from my writing. I do not think that there was ever any such monster on the earth that was so fused together from opposite contraries and disparate natural desires, so desires of nature, and appetites, possibly unnatural appetites, warring within him.